Okay, let's talk some guns. So, we've been doing a lot of stuff. I apologize for not making more content. I also haven't figured out YouTube keeps changing things, and well, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shit. So, I put out a couple videos, and they won't even though they say they're public, it's very obvious to me they're not getting to anybody. They're not getting out there at all. So I don't know. I got to figure out what the hell's going on. Even though, I checked the settings, um, there's weird stuff going on YouTube, and I know anything with guns they don't want to promote. They don't want anybody to watch. But I know if the video is put up properly, I'll get some damn views because there's a lot of people that are interested in guns, especially handguns that you can buy in the communist state of California, where I live. We've had incredible victories in the last month or two with the Supreme Court ruling in the Bruin case. It has been found that courts have to go not by their two-step standard of scrutiny, but by text and history, which changes the game dramatically. See, all of this gun control BS that the blue states have been pushing for decades is suddenly going right down the toilet, and they are losing their minds. Nazi Party leader Newsom, in particular, he has passed all these new gun laws that are in direct violation of the most recent Supreme Court ruling, which is just asinine and laughable. These new gun laws will be yeeted right out of court, but we have to play the long game. So it's going to be, a year to 5 years before all of this, I believe, will be resolved. And in the meantime, we just kind of sit back and laugh at these fools and keep fighting the good fight. So I do believe, along with the CCW farce, the racket that they were running in California, where if you lived outside any of the big cities, you were able to get your CCW no problem. But if you lived around the big cities, in the big cities or any of the suburbs, it was strictly a May issue reality, where unless you were political figure, a celebrity, uber rich, or connected with the police chiefs or the sheriff's department, you weren't getting a CCW ever. In direct violation of our Second Amendment rights. So that is gone. They no longer can say you have to have a huge air quotes good reason to carry. F that noise. See, your right to self-defense, and I'm gonna make this rant quick. So I want to get to all this cool stuff I've been buying, and I want to show you. Your right to self-defense is given to you by God. Whether you believe in him or not, you can be an agnostic or an atheist even, and you still understand the importance of your right to self-defense. Now, that right to self-defense that is God-given is enumerated in our Constitution. It is protected within the Constitution in the Second Amendment. There's no way around, that's why, I don't believe that if you live in a state that is in direct violation of your constitutional rights, you need to follow whatever laws that they are trying to say that you have to follow that are in violation of that. I don't believe so. I think the Constitution supersedes tyrannical state rights, 100%. I'm a constitutionalist. I'm a Jeffersonian at heart. I also like me some Alex Hamilton, which I know is in direct contrast because I like a great, strong America. But we'll get into that at another time. So I don't want to rant too much, but look, we have to exercise our First and Second Amendment rights, and we also have to, especially the Second Amendment right, we have to exercise responsibly because they are looking for any opportunity to basically use anything we give them against us. So that being said, I live in California. It's a complete dumpster fire here. People are I mean, it's literally zombie land. I live around zombies. These people cannot critically think. They are lost in the sauce. And that's fine. I count the days so I can get out of here. I'm raising a son, single father, divorced, and I got to deal with that crap. Um, but as soon as he's a little older, yip, we're out of here. I used to live in Tampa. I also lived in Louisiana, so I have a bit of a Creole soul in me. I love the South. I also love the mountains in our northwestern interior. So I'm looking at Idaho. I'm looking at Colorado, which is a little too blue for my liking. It's too many. It's trying to be California too much. Montana, though, is really, really, really nice. But I wouldn't mind going back to Florida. In Louisiana, I'll pass on. Unless I'm living in the French Quarter in Louisiana, I'm going to pass on that. But Florida, Tampa was really nice. I owned a townhome, brand new construction in Tampa that was phenomenal. And I won't even tell you the fraction of what it costs compared to the townhome I live in now in California and what it costs. It's insane. I could basically live in a mansion for the same amount that I paid. So let's move on to firearms. Here in California, we have to go by this BSCA roster, and that's what I was going to get back to. There's two things that are going to be yeeted along with many other unconstitutional gun laws that they will continually try to push in California, but it's the end of the road for the magazine ban. That's going to be gone. Literally in the not even, you don't have to worry about in the next year, it's gone. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, but I do have an extremely logical mind. I took Latin. I know how I got a unique perspective on things that I tell you, it's right a hell of a lot of times, and I don't see this magazine ban having anything to stand on. And in fact, there was a memo just released from California, LA Police Department, where they are saying, look, we've lost this battle. This is done. You can't charge anyone or enforce this magazine capacity limit. If you find someone who has a firearm legally and they have magazines that carry more than 10 rounds, you're not going to harass them or try to charge them at all. So that's huge. And that's the writing on the wall. This magazine ban is going to get yeeted along with, I believe, the CA roster. So the CA roster limits us to a very narrow and small list of firearms that we can buy that many are completely outdated, and it's ridiculous. It infuriates me so much. So everything in California is also inflated in price and super expensive. Just like anywhere else, you're going to try to go and support your gun store, but they will mark up so much of their firearms because, well, they're just dealing with that much more red tape, that much more interference, not just by the federal government, but now by the state, who is hostile towards 2A and legal gun ownership. And it's just a nightmare. So a lot of times your firearms will be marked up substantially. And people on the internet are hilarious. Like oh, I paid, whatever for that firearm that you paid $200 or $300 more. It's like, yeah, no S, buddy. Yeah, yuck it up. Now get the hell out of here. Because, we have to live in, hey, you live in whatever state you live in, your weather's crappy 300 days out of the year. Mine's super nice. All right, that's the difference. I got to pay for that in some way. And that's why so many damn morons move to this state. Pardon my French. It's the most populated state in the country for a reason, because it is a super beautiful, gorgeous, huge, rich in beauty and nature state in the entire country. But to get that, you have to deal with basically an ocean of leftoids. So, without further ado, let's talk about what I picked up most recently. We got the handguns here. I personally have, out of all of my handguns, I really love the CZ that I had bought, a P01. It's a compact model. You can see it right here. Absolutely love this firearm. It is my most accurate, most just reliable, just fantastic in every facet, everything I've looked for in a firearm. And it is really well made. CZ really knows how to make and manufacture a good firearm. This is what I put down for one of my 3 firearms for my CCW permit, and so you can see I got a nice concealed carry. This is from Harry's Holsters. This is a good weight, though. I'm going to tell you, you're packing a lot in your pants with this. So I have been looking for some lighter options and things that I could use for concealed carry. I do like the size, though. I have subcompact, I have compact, I have full size, but that compact is very interesting to me for concealed carry. So recently, in the last few months, I went out and I purchased my first H&K, which is, if you don't know H&K, what rock have you been hiding under? Go ahead and look them up. They're a top-end German firearms manufacturer. Now, I wanted the VP9 or VP40, but you can't get that if you're just a normal citizen in California. You can only buy what's on the roster. And what's on the CA roster is the H&K USP. But then what was manufactured to replace the USP way back in 2001, well, basically 2002 by the time it was actually released and anybody got their hands on it. But it is the H&K P2000. This is a V3 P2000, so it's not an LEM trigger system. It is a single double action. We'll just do a little unboxing here. Single double action, compact pistol. Now, I spent the extra bucks and got the top of the line night sights with it, which I love. Fantastic sight system, reminds me a lot of my Springfield XD. Let's see here, empty. But here's the P2000. Why do I love it? Well, I love these paddle mag releases that H&K does on the bottom. They're kind of small in the P2000. A lot of people will swap out to, I think it's the H&K 45 that has a bigger paddle, but it's basically the same handgun, and you can just get the mag release from the H&K 45 and put it in here, take out that pin, throw it in here, and it will be, what is that? That's just the way it looks. It'll be beefier and might help you out. Personally, I don't have no problem with the smaller mag release. I actually kind of like it. Check this out. This, because it's not the LEM trigger, which would basically be hammerless, it has a decocker. See that button on the back? Oh, decocked. Now your firearm is decocked, and you can go ahead and carry it hot, and you're going to have a very strong double action trigger pull for that. Let's take a look at it. Okay, you want me to drop the slide so you can see what it looks like? Carry with the hammer cocked. Now you get mini back straps with this firearm, which is kind of neat. The back strap is kind of like a sandpapery checkered grip that on the side it has this really raised dimpling. And on the front, again, more checkering. I actually kind of like, for being a stock grip, I like it, and I don't know that I'm going to need to add any special grip tape or change the grip really at all. I kind of like it. I think there might be some Hogue insert that you can do to change it a little bit, but this is also on my concealed carry list, so yeah, I kind of like it the way it is. But with the back straps, it comes with the medium already inserted, which is fine. And then you also have a large, an extra large, and a small. Now, when I very first bought this pistol, before I brought it to the range for the first time, I was like, I'm a man. I have, man hands. I'm going to want the large insert. So I took the pin out and I changed the back strap to the large one. Went to the range and absolutely hated it. It just felt like this giant German sausage in my head. I didn't like it. So after the first time in the range, I didn't shoot that good with it. I was like, ew. So after getting home, I put in the medium one, felt that, and I put in the small one, and I was like, that's actually the best hand purchase on the grip that I liked with the small. So I have the smallest back strap put on, and I'm not a small dude. I'm 6'2", over 200 pounds, pure muscle. Just kidding, but not really. And, I liked it. I liked it with the small back strap, so that's what I'm rocking with it. And since I went to that small back strap, I brought it to the range. Gosh, I've only owned it for like 2 months, but I brought it to the range 4 other times. I've been going frequently. I've been going to the range. So, and I've shot noticeably, substantially better than that first time with the large backstrap. So go with the smaller backstrap would be my recommendation if you have a P2000. Little history on I'll just tell you then. And then also with the backstrap options, you get 3 magazines stock, which is very cool because an H&K is not a cheap firearm. This is top of the line stuff, like a CZ. You're going to get what you pay for. And the 3 standard magazines I was very happy with. And also you can see this is called a industry standard, whatever, again, air quotes, by H&K. And this will mount most lights or lasers. So that's nice. You have a nice accessory rail there to put a light on if you so please. Now, the P2000 came out in 2001, really 2002. And they locked down a huge contract, H&K did, lock down a huge contract with DHS and ICE. And that gave them, that was a huge. So that's why this firearm is still in production today. It is still currently issued and used by, I know at least, the CBP, California, or not, Customs Border Patrol. They get issued and use this firearm still. So it's a fantastic top-of-the-line H&K. It's not as elegant as the P30 will be. The P30 will have a much more finger-grooved and wider, or not wider, longer. It's basically, it'll have a kind of a more angled out back strap and then finger grooves in the front. It's a much more ergonomical grip, I think. But in every other aspect, it is extremely similar to the P2000. Very accurate 9mm. I can say that this is, especially with these upgraded night sights, these things are surgical. And it takes time and practice and training. So, I've only shot it maybe 5 times so far. But I've noticed every time I've gone to the range with it, my accuracy is improving more and more to now where I feel confident, putting in very tight groups. Is it as accurate as my P01? No. Here, I'll show you. This one's clear too. See, nothing. Not clear. But it's not quite as accurate as a CZ, but it shouldn't be. This is to me a more surgical firearm than the H&K. But this would actually, and this is why I've tossed up, maybe you guys can help me out here, which one would be better for concealed carry? Because I got to tell you, because this is more of a polymer frame, it has a, it's metal top, stainless top, the body is polymer, where this is not polymer, but it's an alloy, much lighter. I think it's like an aluminum alloy almost, and it's heavier. So this loaded up with ammo is going to be heavier in your pants than the P2000 will be, because it has that polymer body. So this might be a better fit for concealed carry. Both are compact. Both are very similarly sized. Here, let's see. Yeah, here, check it out. Almost identical in size. Right to the specifications of what a compact should be. But the CZ has more metal in it, thus is heavier. Because we live in the communist state of California, you're only allowed 10 rounds per magazine. That will be changing soon, but in the meantime, so both, you're going to have the same magazine capacity. And I think that's about it. So I bought the H&K P2000. It's my first H&K. Absolutely love it. I see what everyone's talking about as far as, fit and finish, and reliability, quality, ease of cleaning, extremely easy to break down. You just you pull the slide back basically to, here, I'll show you. Right there. You want that to line up with that. You can see there's a little notch right there. So you want that to line up with that back. It's about, half the way back on the slide. And then on the opposite side here, once that is locked in that position, you just push out this pin. Yeah, I can do it on camera, I think. You take the pin out, pull the trigger, and it'll slide right off. You can see you have a recoil string buffer in there, kind of like an O-ring that goes over which increases your recoil reduction. Very soft shooter for it being compact size, I will say. And then to put it back, again, you're just going to line up that spot so you can see the hole will be clear. Take your pin, put it in where it needs to go. Hear that snap? Boom. Ready to rock. So yeah, H&K P2000, new edition, really like it. Now, along with that, I have another firearm that I also want to show, but I'll make a separate video for it. It is the CZ SP01. So I got a CZ P01, and I just bought a brand new CZ SP01, and I got them both out here so I can show and compare them. Thanks for watching Politically Homeless Gun Reviews. Hope you're being safe. Exercise your rights, First and Second Amendment. Exercise responsibly. Thank you. See you soon.